I'm gonna love you.
Guys, welcome out to AP Precalc review. We're going to be reviewing FRQ number 3 on the 2025 exam. If you want to follow along with what I'm doing, go to Google, search up 2025 Precalc FRQ number, or just search up 2025 Precalc FRQ, and you'll see the released FRQ exam, so you can follow along. And you'll also see a scoring guideline, which you can use to grade yourself, and make sure you're doing the right thing. And the reason I'm doing FRQ3 is because I think FRQ3 is like really fun to do. I guess it's not. I guess FRQ4 is more fun, but FRQ3 is quicker, and I've already this is my 14th time trying to record this video. My camera roll is filled with voice recordings and screen recordings of me doing math, and then saying the wrong thing and then having to restart, which is really annoying. So hopefully I'll finish it quick this time. So for number 3 is always going to be about unit 3, which is trig, and it's always going to give you a real world example of a sinusoidal function, which means that it's going to be a sine function or a cosine function. Only these two. It will never give you a tangent function, okay? Don't worry about tangent functions. Or actually, do worry about them, but not for Unit 3. Or not for FRQ3 at least, okay? Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of time, or pause the video and read these paragraphs. That's a horrible... Okay, just read these 3 paragraphs. Okay. Now that you guys have hopefully read those 3 paragraphs, let's do number A, right? Number A just wants you to solve, or not, it doesn't want you to solve anything, but it wants you to find these 5 points and just write them out, right? So let's just say F. Okay, well, it gives us that at t equals 0, it's at its highest position, which is 2 millimeters above resting position. And it also says later that resting position is just, midpoint, or midline is your resting position, which will just obviously be 0, right? So at t equals 0, it will be 2 above. And also gives that this whole motion of up, down, up again happens 200 times in 1 second, which means that this whole period will be 1 over 200, right? Because this thing happens 200 times in 1 second, so just times it by 200, you get 1, okay? So this will have to be 1 over 200, and then 2. And you're technically supposed to write it out as a function over 800, because these go by 1 over 800 each time, but I'm too lazy to do that. So, well, we know it's a sinusoidal function, so we know that the distance from here and here will be equal, right? That's pretty intuitive. So, we'll just split the difference here, 1 over 400. And we know it's negative 2 because it oscillates the same amount up and down, which is 2 millimeters. Now, we'll know that the G and K are both at the midpoint, so they'll have to both be 0, right? And then we can just split the difference again, 0 and 1 over 400, 1 over 800. Pretty easy. 1 over 400, 1 over 200, 3 over 800. Easy, right? Pretty simple. Just label the things and you're set. Pretty easy, right? Okay. Function h can be written in h of t equals a sine b times t plus c plus d. Find the value of the constants a, b, c, and d, right? Okay, well, it gives you it's a sine graph, which is pretty useful to know. And let's just go over really quickly. Let's just do a quick review. This is your amplitude, the thing that goes in what you multiply your sine by, right? And amplitude means the distance between your absolute value distance between your midpoint, or I'm sorry, between your midline and your maximum. We know that's a distance of 2 millimeters. But so we say a equals 2, right? And so let's just, since it's a sine graph, let's assume we're starting here. Okay, so a equals 2. sine, and B is your that's your horizontal dilation, right? And we know that the base period is 2 pi, right? For sine of x, your period will be 2 pi. But our period has now become 1 over 200, right? So, what did we do to 2 pi to get 1 over 200? Well, we multiplied it by some unknown value, which is x. So we can just say x, solve for x here. What is this unknown value? 1 over 400 pi, right? Well, that's not what b is, though, because remember, as Dr. S says, the horizontal stuff is wrong in the head and does the opposite of what it's supposed to. So we'll just take the reciprocal of it and do 400 pi over 1 equals b, right? So we'll just do 400 pi. Pretty simple, right? Then t, well, t's basically your x in this situation. Your explanatory variable. So you don't have to write anything for t. Just leave it as t. And then plus c, this is a horizontal translation. Now, if c was 0, then this 0, then it would start at 0, 0 here. But it doesn't. It starts at, well, I guess it starts at a negative 1 over 800. We know that because that's the distance between here and here. It has to be the same difference here and here. So we'll say that it shifted left 1 over 800, right? So 1 over 800, shifted left, easy. Now we close this, and then plus d. D is your vertical up and down. And D is literally just your midline. And our midline here is 0, so it'll be plus 0, right? So we'll do A equals 2, B equals 400 pi, C equals 1 over 800, and D equals 0. Very, very, very easy stuff. Okay, now on interval, well, it tells you G. Let's actually erase a lot of this stuff. This is all very much in the way. Please tell me you guys wrote that down, because I'm not writing all that down again. Okay. So G, T1, T2. So what, T1, J is T2, right? On this interval, what is happening about H? Well, H is, this is 0, and this is negative 2, by the way. Those are the Y values. Well, from here to here, it's not positive, so we can mark those two out. It's got to be one of these two, because it's negative, right? And is H increasing or decreasing? It's obviously decreasing because it's negative and it's going down. Easy, right? Now we're asked CI, describe the concavity of H and determine whether the rate of change is increasing or decreasing. So we'll say on the interval, T1, T2, H is, well, it's concave up because it's make that smiley face, right? Is concave up. And the rate of change of H is increasing. Very easy. That's all you have to write. It's like super, super, super simple stuff. So I hope you guys understood this, and I'm gonna go play Counter-Strike now. Good luck on your exam, guys.